Obama's victory just, it really represents, hope for our country, because, we went through 8 years of, picking a president that really just didn't have the people's interest in mind. He just had his own interest in mind. And the fact that we reelected him, and I don't know. So, it's nice to see that it was such a landslide victory, and that there is that kind of hope that even people who are, on both sides of the spectrum, liberal and very conservative, have basically said that we're fed up with this,
Right.
So I think it's great. I think it just gives a lot of hope and everything. It's a nice time to be around, just because we see that, we're consciously trying to make this change and trying to make this country a better place for everyone. So that's cool. I guess as far as do I see myself involved in this change?
Or
yes,
are you involved?
yes and no. Yes and no. I wouldn't say that I'm involved, or that in the near future I will be, directly involved in change, like as far as like helping out campaigns or helping out anything like that. But I think everybody, like in America, as far as like everybody who's trying to further themselves with education and trying to better themselves that way, in a way, is facilitating change, is like helping this out, because the more I don't know, I just feel like the more you learn and the more you try and better yourself that way, the more you can get a better sense as to how to make your place, your space, your country, your state, whatever, a better environment for those living there, and for each other, and that you have a greater interest in mind for those around you. Not that that's necessarily true, and of course there's always like things like big business and people going into like those kinds of things, and people who really want to privatize everything. But I guess it's more so that hope that I have in people, that they want to better themselves and their loved ones, and just make this country as best of a place for the majority, that it's not such a selfish thing, and that people aren't so selfish, that at least that's what I would hope anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So in that way I would see myself as being a part of change, but not so much in a direct way. I don't know, it's really weird, because I'm very hopeful for Obama, and I'm very positive in that sense, but at the same time, just because of politics in our country and politicians in our country and everything, I at the same time, I'm not putting too much in the way of believing that there's going to be this amazing overnight change or anything like that. I believe Obama will work to change certain things and reform certain things, and like he's definitely like taken certain steps in that direction so far. But at the same time, just the way our country works, with the Senate and the House of Representatives, and trying to get those people to agree with your causes, and just like that whole thing, it could be very well that he gets very little change, especially in 4 years, So, and honestly, and not to put a damper on everything, but at the same time, it's like, who knows? And I hope that this is completely wrong, and I don't really necessarily believe this, but at the same time, Obama could also end up being like the biggest disappointment ever. It's like no matter what, he's going to have that precedent of, being the first black president, and being, kind of like surpassing all of those kinds of negative feelings that some people in this country may still have, or, kinds of, I don't know, hierarchies that, people believe there are, and whatever. Like, so, he's totally surpassed that, and in that way, he will always be important. But at the same time, it's too early to say anything, and it's too, I don't know, like, I'm very hopeful for him, but at the same time, like, I don't want to say, oh, he is going to make all this change, when I don't know him personally. It's like he's an amazing speaker, he's an amazing visionary, but, I haven't seen his politics at work for me. I'm not from Illinois, so I didn't see the things that he did there for his state, and like there's a lot of things there that
so you don't have anything specific, though.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have anything specific, because but I definitely think he's going to try and make this change. He's obviously like very passionate about it, so. yeah. So, but as far as what does really change, who knows?
Yeah.
You know.